When a team hires a head coach, okay, they have an opening. That head coach that they hire always has a background in either offense, defense, or special teams. Sometimes a special teams head coach will get a job like John Harbaugh. Now, when a team hires a head coach, I expect that head coach to improve their new team based on their background. So if a team hires an offensive head coach, I expect to see improvements, instant improvements to the offense. Or if they hire a defensive head coach, I expect to see instant improvements to the defense. And it doesn't have to be crazy. It doesn't have to be wild. It just has to be noticeable and quantifiable. The new head coach for any given team has to improve that new team in their space, be it offense or defense. For example, I expect Sean McVay, head coach, offensive head coach of the Los Angeles Rams, to ritually have a very good, exceptional offense, which up until this season, he very much has. He got Jared Goff to the Super Bowl. None of us are doubting at this point, I think, that Sean McVay is a great coach, right? Same for Robert Saleh on the other side. Robert Saleh is a rookie defensive head coach. And when he got hired, I expected him to make an instant impact for the defense for the team that he's coaching. And he has in a major way. So last season, the New York Jets ranked dead last in the NFL in defense. This year, they've jumped all the way to top 10. Now, I didn't expect that level of improvement. I would have been okay with just improvement of any kind. If they would have gone from 32nd to 16th or 32nd to 20th, just something that you can physically place your eyes on and go, okay, that's improvement. That's considered a success in my eyes. So when a team hires a head coach and that head coach improves his team based on his identity and his background. So if you hire a defensive head coach, the defense gets better. If you hire an offensive head coach, the offense gets better. We are seeing the exact opposite out of Brandon Staley, the head coach for the Los Angeles Chargers. Brandon Staley got hired in 2021, okay, last season. So the year before the Los Angeles Chargers hired Brandon Staley, the Los Angeles Chargers had the 10th ranked overall defense, 9th ranked passing defense, 18th ranked rushing defense, and 23rd in points per game allowed, okay? Since then, they've just gotten worse. So in 2021, last year, the year that he was hired, they fell to 30th in overall defense, 12th in pass defense, which is 3 spots worse than the previous season, 30th in rush defense, and 30th in points per game allowed. This season, they're 28th in overall defense, 15th in pass defense, which is 3 spots worse than when he got hired, 26th in rushing yards per game allowed, and 28th in points per game allowed. And we wonder why Justin Herbert struggles to make the playoffs. If a head coach can't even get his side of the ball right, which Brandon Staley, unfortunately, clearly cannot do, why would we expect him to be able to support the side of the ball that is not his forte? How do we expect Brandon Staley to be able to support Justin Herbert and that offense properly if he can't even get his side of the ball, the defense right? It is clear and obvious that he's just not the right coach. And that's okay. They need someone different out there in Los Angeles. And this really begs me to ask, what would the Los Angeles Chargers look like if they didn't have Justin Herbert? What would they look like if they had someone that wasn't as gifted? Would they even be where they're at now, which is barely above 500? What kind of record and how bad would this team be if they did not have someone like Justin Herbert back there? So they are very fortunate to have him. And it is very clear that Brandon Staley is not the right coach for the Chargers. And I would not be shocked at all if Brandon Staley ends up being for Justin Herbert what Brian Flores was for Tua, in that when he leaves, we see a major jump and they instantly get better and start winning. I don't think it'll be that dramatic because Justin Herbert has incredible stats for someone in his 3rd year in the league. He's probably going to end up having the most touchdown passes for his first 3 years in the league, but we'll see what that ends up being. He's currently 2nd right now. So it really does beg the question, what is going down in there in that building for the Los Angeles Chargers?